Hi there, this is Elaine. Today's story is part 2 of Elise, Maggie and the Three Musketeers. So before I begin with the story, how about you get yourself really comfortable? Move your legs and arms around, get them just in the right position. Fluff up the pillow until your neck feels supported. Pull the covers up. Make sure you have whatever you need around you so that you can listen to the story about having to worry about anything. Now, this story is to help you relax and calm your mind and body so that you're ready to sleep. But it's also a story, so there's a little bit of fun in there as well. So to start, I always help you to breathe a little bit deeper, a little bit longer than normal. And I wonder if you know why I do this. Now, breathing is something that is really good for relaxing your body and calming your mind. And when you do it with me, you will notice how much better you feel. Remember, you can always do it at any time after this session if you feel sad or upset or even angry about anything. So the first thing I want you to do is to take a nice deep breath in through your nose like this, and then blow out through your mouth like this. Okay, I'll do it again. Breathe in like this, out like this. Now you do it with me. Breathe in, breathe out. I think you're very good at this, but how about we do it one last time before we begin the story. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Now I wonder if you can notice, does your body feel a little bit more relaxed? Are you feeling a little bit calmer? A little bit more settled? You might even decide at this point that you want to close your eyes. And that's perfectly fine if you want to do that. Sometimes, when you do that, your imagination becomes much stronger. Oh yes, and I wanted to let you know that if you fall asleep before the end, you can always listen again another time. So are you ready for the story? So the first thing I want you to do is use that wonderful imagination of yours. And imagine you can hear the rain pitter-pattering on the window. Maybe you can hear the wind outside. but you're so warm and comfortable in your bed, snuggling down under the doona or duvet. And let the pictures in your mind take you away to a far-off place, a magical forest, where there's a little girl called Elise and her best friend Maggie, the dog. They live in an old rickety house with an old witch who has been very mean to Elise. She makes her do everything. When Elise was little, the witch cast a spell to make her stay and work for her. The old witch doesn't know about Maggie, as Maggie is invisible to her, but very real to Elise. Maggie is the only thing that makes Elise happy. She loves her dog very much. Elise works hard every single day. She has to clean up after the old witch, who's really messy. She just drops her things on the floor. Elise also has to wash the floor and make all the meals, fetch the water, weed the garden. But yesterday, she had a visit from the Three Musketeers. Sebastian, Fleur and Jamie. They had arrived at Elise's front door looking to see if they could find the old witch who had been casting bad spells on people and animals. Right now she's sitting on her bed looking at the beautiful box they gave her with a magic dolphin in it. And as she's sitting there just holding this beautiful creature, makes her feel good. Fleur told Elise that this magic dolphin will give her 3 wishes, but she has to be very careful what she wishes for. Elise took the 3 Musketeers down to her special hideout, where she and Maggie go all the time. They go there to get away from the old witch, and it's a little cave at the side of the hillside. No one knows it's there, and certainly the witch doesn't know it's there. Elise woke up very early and found that Maggie was already up. "You better hurry," said Maggie. "It's getting late and the old witch will get angry if breakfast's not ready." Elise quickly put on her old ragged clothes, hid her dolphin under the mattress, and looked at her lovely shiny hair, smooth skin and soft hands in the mirror. It made her smile. You see, yesterday Maggie suggested to Elise to use one of the spells to make her feel better about herself. Her hands and nails were broken and flaky. Her hands were red and sore from all the scrubbing. Her skin was dry and itchy, and her hair was dirty and lanky because there was no soap to wash it. They made this spell so as that Elise's skin, hands and hair would change back whenever she was with the old witch, so she wouldn't know. Maggie told Elise that she looked beautiful on the inside and that she deserved to feel beautiful on the outside too. "You look lovely," said Maggie, "really lovely." Elise felt better, not just because her skin and hands were smooth and her hair was clean and shiny, but she felt good about herself. She felt confident and knew that she could be strong to help the Three Musketeers do what they needed to do. As she stepped down the stairs, she felt her skin getting dry and flaky, her hands becoming red and her nails broken, and her hair started to get lank and greasy again. But she continued smiling as she went out to get water and get on with her chores. She made extra porridge this morning, some to take to her 3 little mouse friends who were sleeping in the cave on the side of the hill, her special hiding place. She cleaned the floor, washed the dirty old clothes before the old witch came down. The witch slurped and chewed at her porridge. "It tastes like old mice here," she said. "I'm going out all day and to do more spells, and you better have this place like a new pin by the time I get back," she said in her usual angry voice. "You can also wash the windows, clean the floor, collect water from the river, mend my clothes," said the witch, handing her about 6 black robes. "And you better have all the chores done and my dinner waiting," she said in a gruff voice. Today this did not bother Elise at all, as she knew that soon the 3 Musketeers would be there, and with her free wishes from her dolphin, things would be changing very soon. The witch grabbed her broomstick and her wand and took off into the sky. After Elise and Maggie had eaten some porridge and cleaned up, they packed 3 little bowls of porridge into a basket for the 3 Musketeers. A little pot of honey and 3 spoons. "Come on," said Elise, "let's go to the cave." It's such a beautiful day. The sun is bright in the sky, and Elise's hair is shining. Her nails are long, her skin is smooth, and she can't stop smiling. "Today's going to be a very special day," she said to Maggie. As they arrived at the cave, Sebastian and Jamie were having a playful sword fight. "Just practicing our moves," he shouted to Elise. Fleur was sitting on a rock nearby and waved to Elise and Maggie as they walked towards the cave. "You look different, Elise," said Fleur. "In fact, you look really beautiful. Your skin, your hair, your nails, what's happened?" "I used one of the wishes to make myself feel better. And when I'm near the witch, I go back to the way I was before, and she doesn't see the real me underneath." Fleur smiled and said, "That's a great wish, Elise. I brought you some breakfast." And Elise started to put the bowls of porridge on the little rock close to the cave. Sebastian and Jamie joined them, and all three ate the yummy porridge and the honey like they hadn't eaten for weeks. "This is so good," said Jamie. "Yum, yum," said Fleur. After some water to wash everything down, the three Mouseketeers, Elise and Maggie, sat in a circle to decide what to do about the mean and evil old witch. "The problem is that she can put spells on people," said Sebastian. "So we have to be careful, or she could turn us into toads or ants, and that wouldn't help at all." "Yeah, but she can't cast spells without her wand," said Elise. "So we need to get her wands away from her, and then you can take her in." Jamie explained that they worked for the king of the land and that they had to take the witch to the king to decide what to do with her. You see, they protect the king, and they're in his service and help with all sorts of things. "Oh," said Elise, "that's a very important job." "Yes, that's why we're dressed like this," said Jamie. "We are the king's guards and protectors." "How many wands does the old witch have?" said Fleur. "I think she has 3, said Elise. "I know where 2 of them are, but the 3rd one is hidden somewhere in case she loses the others. There's a secret door under the rug in her bedroom. She doesn't know I know it's there. She won't let me clean her room, but I've seen her go down into the door. And she has a golden key that she keeps around her neck. We can easily get the 2 wands, but how do we get the 3rd? This could be a problem," said Jamie. "I think I can help," said Maggie. "She can't see me. She can't even smell me. So when she's asleep, I can get the key from the chair and then open the door under the rug and get the wand." "Will that work?" said Sebastian. "I think so," said Elise. Elise left her friends and hurried home to make sure her chores were done and dinner was ready for the witch when she arrived home. She found some herbs in the garden that make you feel a bit sleepy, so she used some of them in the dinner, and it wasn't long before the old witch was yawning and took herself off to bed. Maggie and Elise sat for a long time in front of the fire. "It's time," said Maggie. "You find the other wands and I will get the key from the chair next to the witch's bed. Pack your bag, Elise, because when we leave this place tonight, we're not coming back." Elise felt excited, but a little bit scared at the same time. See, she'd only ever lived in this place. But she trusted Sebastian, Fleur, and Jamie and knew that they would help her. And of course, she had Maggie. The sky was dark, but tonight, for some reason, there were more stars in the sky than normal, and they could see pretty well. Elise found all the wands and placed them in her bag with her dolphin and her toothbrush. There was nothing else she wanted. She sat outside the door, looking up at the stars. She felt that they were all there to help her tonight, supporting her, encouraging her. Maggie went into the old witch's room and managed to remove the key from the chair. The herbs were working really well and the witch was in a deep sleep. Maggie moved the carpet and found the trapdoor. As she tried to unlock the padlock, the witch moved. Oh no, thought Maggie. But soon she turned over and started snoring again. Maggie opened the trapdoor and found the wand. She left the key on the table and went out the front door, handing the third wand to Elise. "Okay, let's go," said Elise. And she and Maggie walked up the long path towards the cave in the side of the mountain. Their cave. The Three Musketeers were waiting and all the stars were brightly sparkling like they were smiling. "You need to get far away from here before morning," said Sebastian. "So I would suggest you use one of your spells to get a couple of eagles to fly you to the king's castle. You will be safe there, and the magic evils will get you there in no time. You will then be safe. In the morning we will go and get the witch and take her in." So Elise took her dolphin and made a wish for 2 large magic eagles to take her and Maggie to the king's castle. In an instant, the most beautiful eagles arrived, with a little comfortable seat on their backs for Elise and Maggie to sit in. "Take the wands with you. The king will know what to do with them when you get to the castle," said Jamie. "Off you go now." Elise hugged her new special friends, and she and Maggie hopped on the eagle's back. Up, up, up into the sky. Higher and higher, flying with the smiling stars. She felt they were all there just for her. And it wasn't long before they saw the castle in front of them. And the king was waiting. They landed and the king took the bag. "Welcome, welcome," he said. "Come, we have a bath ready, some new clothes and some yummy food. Tonight you will sleep in a bed of the softest feathers," he said, smiling. To both Maggie and Elise had something to eat and then snuggled up into that feather bed with a pillow so soft it felt that they were floating on a cloud. And both were so sleepy, so tired now, but feeling safe, feeling secure, and both looking forward to a new life. So sleepy now, so tired, so deep. Night night.